Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Now, the other recognizable name on the roster, Angel Reese, who has got to be absolutely terrified. It is not going to be a good Christmas for the villainous Angel.
The WNBA went wild after Angel Reese, the queen of sideline antics, revealed her plan to take down Caitlin Clark, the Iowa superstar. She boldly said she's ready to dethrone Clark, as if trash talk alone could close the huge gap in their skill levels.
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Jared Schwartz wrote an article saying Angel Reese opens up about her long-standing rivalry with Caitlin Clark, a story people don't know about the legacy.
Angel Reese was older. I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
Right now, the most surprising part isn't Reese's confidence, but her boldness in challenging someone like Clark, a player whose skills are considered the best in women's basketball.
For me and Camilla, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So, it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of, just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
If you think Reese's claims are all talk and no action, you're not alone. Stick around, because the big difference between these two players isn't just fun to watch, it's telling.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor.
Let's talk about Angel Reese for a moment. She's full of charisma, with enough confidence to light up any room, and she knows how to stay in the spotlight. Whether it's making flashy moves on the court or calling out rivals, she's got everyone talking. And who better to target than Caitlin Clark, the player who has redefined dominance in women's basketball. Reese knows exactly what she's doing. Picking a fight with the queen is sure to get people's attention.
At what point were you waiting to pull out this kind of the Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a
Incredible
player for sure. But I don't take disrespect lightly. And she disrespected Alexis and my girls. South Carolina, they still my SEC girls too. But y'all not gonna disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment at the end of the game, and I was in my bag. I was in my moment. Yeah.
But let's slow down a bit. Caitlin Clark isn't just a good player. She's the player. Her rookie season stats look like something out of a basketball storybook. 19.2 points per game, 8.4 assists, and a highlight reel that leaves even experienced pros amazed. Clark doesn't just play basketball. She turns it into an art form. Reese's precise passes and amazing three-pointers are impressive, but her 13.6 points per game show she's not quite a future legend yet.
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark.
Of course, Reese isn't letting stats hold her back. She's training with David Alexander, the same guy who's worked with LeBron James, kind of like taking piano lessons from Beethoven. But here's the thing, fancy workouts don't always lead to results. Reese needs to focus on mastering the basics of basketball, which Clark has already perfected. And then there's the big issue, Reese's focus. Critics often point out that she sometimes seems more interested in Instagram likes and brand deals than improving her jump shot.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a good player. She thrives under pressure, performing well in big games and key moments. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's most talked about moment remains her taunt during the NCAA championship, which sparked more debate than applause. While Clark was setting records, Reese was playing the villain in a one-sided story. But let's not count Reese out just yet. She has the fire and the underdog energy that fans love. She's not here to play nice, but to prove she can compete with the best. Reese has been working hard, training with LeBron James' coach, but fancy workouts don't guarantee success. She needs to master the basics of basketball, which Clark has already perfected. Critics point out that Reese sometimes seems more focused on social media and brand deals than improving her game. While Clark just keeps dominating with style and consistency, this rivalry isn't just about basketball. It's a cultural moment that's drawing more attention to women's sports. Clark's dominance and Reese's ambition are proving that women's sports can generate just as much buzz as men's. The upcoming WNBA season will be a must-watch, with every game between these two being analyzed down to the smallest detail. Reese may have the drive, but she still has a long way to go to match Clark's level. Clark just needs to keep doing what she's been doing, dominating on the court. As for Reese, she has to stop focusing on the headlines and start focusing on her game. Until then, Clark will keep making history while Reese keeps making noise.